Welcome back, everyone. In our Women's Wellness Wednesday, we are talking about food sensitivity. We have Dr. Tara Provost and Fit Life Coach Ashley Sorensen back with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. First, could we just start talking about the difference between a food allergy and food sensitivity?
So a food allergy is an IgE reaction. That's that anaphylactic reaction that comes from infancy, and most people know from a young age that they have it, and it's the one that causes the throat swelling, or if you've watched the movie Hitch where he's like his face swells up. Yeah, that's a food allergy. A food sensitivity is a delayed reaction, and it can take up to 72 hours. So a lot of times by that point people have forgotten what they've eaten, or it's something that they're like, oh well, it probably has nothing to do with food. So they relate it to something else that's going on. Maybe it's a skin rash, and they're like, oh, maybe I got something in the yard or something like that. And so, once we can figure out what foods are reacting, because these allergies will come out through the skin, through the gut, headaches, of course, any kind of digestive issues. So there's a lot of different symptoms. And so it can be hard to really pinpoint what reaction is coming from what foods. Okay,
you have a great graphic that you sent to us today talking about percentages, like off the top, but then, and you talked about the symptoms a little bit, but look at some of the most common sources of the problem.
Yeah, so, and these are, common for people are realizing that there's more and more food sensitivities. And I just posted an article. They had done a study, and it came out in June of this year, and they're thinking what it is. They had done a study with babies who were reactive to milk, and they took the gut flora of those babies and introduced it into sterile mice. And the ones that didn't have a reaction to milk, when it was put in the mice, the mice were healthy, versus the ones that had a reaction when they put that gut flora into the mice, those ones had a reaction. So the importance is coming about as far as how the gut flora really affects what foods you can and can't eat, and which foods your body reacts to.
And we're set up a little bit differently today, because you're going to do a test on Ashley as well. And is this something people can, why would you want this test done, and what are you going to find out from it?
So you can do kind of a elimination diet on your own at home. It's time intensive, and it's very limited. And so kind of the way to get around that is to do the food sensitivity test. I can do this as a blood draw in my office. We're going to do the finger prick here today. And so with little kids, which I've done as young as like 3 years old, we can do a finger prick test on them, and then we put the blood samples on this little card and send it off. And in 7 to 10 days, you will know 184 foods, which ones you are and aren't reactive to.
Really? That's fascinating.
So it makes it a lot more black and white. So, because people are like, oh yeah, I know I probably react to dairy, but I'm not positive, so I'm still gonna have a little bit of it. And then this way they actually see, oh, okay, it makes them make better choices because they actually see it on paper what they should be avoiding.
Okay, and you're gonna show us how simple this test is.
And we've both had so many clients coming to us, with these different sensitivities. So it's like getting to the bottom of it and knowing like where to start, instead of, trying that elimination from nowhere, actually having kind of like a legend and a map of, okay, let's start here.
Would this cover gluten sensitivity as well?
So it tests gluten and wheat, and then it tests multiple components of dairy. So it tests the casein, the whey, and then different types of dairies, cow, sheep, and Goat. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so when you're doing this, you want to pick one of these fingers because that's going to be least sensitive. And so it's just a quick wipe on there. And with these kits, I do ship them out to patients as well. So if they're not able to make it in, I can ship it to them. They mail it off. It comes with a prepaid envelope, and the results come to me, and then I can go over all the results with them over the phone.
And so in 2 weeks, we will be back
here on North
reviewing all of this.
Yeah. Going over the results. So,
and yours also.
Yes, we'll be comparing between Ashley and mine. It's just quick pop. And then we get a nice big drop there. And then we just flip that over.
Okay.
So when I think about allergy testing, I think about the pins on someone's back, for the different kind of, so for food sensitivity and food allergies, this is a fairly easy process.
Yes.
You need to get it on all of them there?
So yeah, when you're doing it, you want to get these filled all the way up.
Okay.
which we're not going to go through all of
Right.
it today, but we just kind of wanted to give an idea. And so you just want to get like a nice big.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait. Okay,
So,
2 weeks, you're going to come
2
back.
weeks.
How do
Review it
people-
all.
Before you guys go today, how do people get a hold of you if they want to have one of these food sensitivity tests done?
So go to crossroadsvitality.com and they can go to book an appointment and we can get everything scheduled there.
Fascinating. I didn't know there was such a test. Thank you,
Yeah.
ladies. Can't wait to hear the results.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Coming up next, it's a Wish Wednesday.